Welcome back. My name is Prabhakar. I'm making series of videos available to you to learn Amazon Web Services. And in this session, we are going to talk about EC2 with the different labs. Here is our content. What is AWS and the features of AWS EC2? And next, we will go with 7 different labs for configuring and launch simple Linux and Windows instances, and how we can play with the IMA roles and create EC2 instance with different storages, instance storage and root volume and EBS storage, and create a custom image and launch the instance and access EC2 instance using SSH key as well as a password instead of using a public key. Launch marketplace instances. Amazon Web Services is the world's most comprehensive and broadly adapted cloud platform, offering over 175 fully featured services from data centers globally. Millions of customers, including fastest growing startups, largest enterprises, and leading government agencies, are using AWS to reduce the cost and becoming more agile and innovative faster. AWS Web Services is a secure cloud platform service offering cloud power and database storage and content delivery and other functionalities to help the business scale and grow. Why we need AWS? Cloud computing is on-demand delivery of IT resources over the internet with pay-as-you-go pricing. Instead of buying or owning maintaining the physical data centers and a lot of servers, you can access the technology services such as computing power, storage, and databases as when you need from the cloud provider like Amazon Web Services. We can find many cloud providers in the market like AWS, Google Cloud Platform, Azure, and Alibaba, and many more. But in this session, we are going to focus on AWS only. Why we need to use the cloud computing? So organizations of every type, size, mid-size, and larger organizations and smaller organizations and industries are using the cloud for a variety of use cases such as data backup, disaster recovery, and email and virtual desktops, software development and testing, and big data analysis, and lot many more. For example, healthcare companies are using a cloud to develop more personalized treatment for patients, and financial services companies are using the cloud for power the real-time fraud detection and preventions, and the video game makers are using the cloud to deliver online games to millions of players around the world. And apart from that, so the clouds are very useful pay as you go. So based on your requirement, you can pay only for the uses of the resources. You can use it on the cloud. And it is a reliable and scalable and sustainable. So you don't require to create a multiple resources at the same time. And EC2 can be accessed to 99.9% of availability in all the regions. Secure storage management and highly automated and utility based. A lot of inbuilt utilities we can find inside the instances, and also we can install it as per our requirement. Device and location independent. So EC2 instances or Amazon Web Services can be accessed from your laptop, tablet, and the mobile devices. And 24 by 7 support and availability is available for that. Okay, let's start. What is the EC2? Elastic Cloud Compute. That means Elastic Compute Cloud. Amazon Elastic Compute Cloud is a web service that provides a secure and resizable compute capacity to the cloud. It is one of the core component in AWS, and in the cloud, resources are elastic. That means, so we don't require to create or we don't. EC2 Elastic Compute Cloud. It is one of the core component in AWS. In the cloud, resources are elastic, meaning they can instantly grow or shrink to match the requirement of the specific application. Elasticity allows you to match the supply of the resources. You don't require to have an over provision of the resources upfront to handle the peak level of the business activities in the future. Instead of you provision amount of resources that you actually need and that actually required to run your application, and you can scale these resources up or down instantly to grow or shrink capacity as your business needs to change. Amazon Elastic Compute Cloud provide the scalable computing capacity, and that eliminates you to reinvent the hardware upfront, so that you can develop and deploy the application faster. And you can use Amazon EC to launch as many as a few servers as you need. And these servers will be scale up and scale down based on your requirement and the peak uses. And it is designed to make the web scale cloud computing easier for the development, and it is very easy to the developers to they can quickly create an instance and they can start working on they can start to quickly develop then applications. Amazon EC2 simply web service interface allow you to obtain and configure the capacity with the minimal friction. It provides you with the complete control of your computing resources and lets you run an Amazon proven computing environment. Okay, before jump into the labs, so I will explain that. Okay, EC2 instance comes with three flavors: on-demand instance, a reserved instance, and spot instances. On-demand instances, these are charged based on the capacity used per hour or per second or per instances. And reserved instances, these are flexible to change the operating system types and tenancies. Reserved instances have an optional capacity reservation for the each instance. Spot instances are something like you can bid for any of the instances. If any spare instance is available, and they can provide that instance to you with a very cheap and 90% off, 90% off the low pricing, you can get that spot instances. But these instances can be time mandated at any point of time with the 2 minutes of notice. So if you want to try out something, and if you want to run any the large computing power and like ML algorithms, so you can go for the spot instances. I can try out something, and you can delete something. And these instances are not recommended for the production deployment. Let's go with the lab one. Configure and launch a simple Linux and Windows EC2 instances.